Hello and welcome to the Buzzerbeater Show, episode 97. My name is David Jones, and today we're going to talk for sure about All-Star Weekend. And, oh yeah, before I forget, did everybody watch where KD and LeBron selected their teams? You know what was interesting? James Harden got picked last, and then ended up on Kevin Durant's team. So they were picking so many players. They were picking so many players, and I was like, all right. But what about James Harden? And then at some point, they pick players that are not as good as James Harden. For instance, who was the replacement for Kevin Durant from the Spurs? Wait, I could check that. But there were just players picked, which I thought was like, these guys ain't better than Harden, bro. No cap. These guys can't be better than Harden. Because you have to think of it like this. There has to be something between Harden there has to be something between Harden. Wait, here we go. Wait. Keldon Johnson? No. Alright, DeJounte Murray, right? I know DeJounte Murray is having a really good season right now, but overall skill-wise, is DeJounte Murray really better than James Harden? I'm just asking questions, bro. I'm just asking. Because it was kind of weird. And then I'm like, is Harden so under the radar for LeBron and KD? Arguably still the best two players in the league? Arguably. Guys, chill. I said arguably. You know? Like, Harden has had a really off season because new rules. I think he didn't even average like 20 points per game, but still, he was still good. He wasn't like atrocious or bad. It was just bad for how he used to play, because he didn't get all the foul calls anymore. He didn't get all the free throws. Because that was the point that a lot of people made, that James Harden is the best scorer of all time, ahead of Michael Jordan, because he shot, because he had just better shooting nights, I guess, and it was actually all because he just went to the free throw line a lot. And that's what a lot of people missed. But still, like, it was kind of, this is interesting, because I don't know if they wanted to disrespect just James Harden, or there's nothing behind it. But it was weird. Like, picking James Harden last. James Harden. I mean, for me that was just weird, because I was like, James Harden ain't that bad. The fuck? Why are you doing him like this? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. And, of course, the All-Star game was great. I mean, Curry had had 50 points with 60% from 3-point. Like, Jesus Christ, bro. He shot the ball and just turned away like 3 fucking times. And I mean, even LeBron was crazy. LeBron had the game-winning shot because, I mean, he's one of the greatest players of all time. And then the 75 players of all time thing was great too, because it was very interesting to see a lot of players see each other. Like, for instance, the LeBron James and Michael Jordan hug. That was pretty cool, I would say. But for instance, Kevin Durant ignoring Ray Allen. If you don't know what happened in 2012, 2012, it had to be 2012, Ray Allen signed with the Miami Heat. First of all, you were like, wait, what? Why is that so important? The Boston Celtics played, which Ray Allen played before he played with Miami, played a lot against Miami, which was the second best team because LeBron James went there in 2010. And they always lost against the Miami Heat with LeBron on the team. Because the Heat went every year to the finals, so every 4 years that is. Before that, mostly the Celtics won against Cleveland. I'm just saying this before any Boston Celtics fan comes like, oh yeah, but we beat LeBron. But I'm talking about Miami, and Miami only. And then they played Miami. But then you feel kind of betrayed by Ray Allen, which Paul Pierce and KD and especially Rajon Rondo was. You feel kind of betrayed. I mean, Rondo wasn't really at this 75 players of all time list. Sorry. But he was still pissed at Ray Allen. So, for instance, you should watch the video by Secret Base where they have a lot of beefs, and Rajon Rondo and Paul Pierce are one of them. I don't want to really go into details, but you can just watch it. But still, KD and Paul Pierce actually ignored him. Like, bro, KG was doing his... Kevin Garnett was doing his... I'm looking up to the sky face and not gonna look at you. For me, that's so interesting. Like, people are so petty to not appreciate what the other person did, although it's way in the past. And as you see how competitive these guys are. Like, oh my god. Any normal person at some point would say, alright, I forgive you, blah. But these guys are so petty and so confident, and they want to do everything to win. And if somebody interrupts that, they're mad at that person probably for the rest of their lives. Like, bro, what the fuck? I mean, what did, like, it was bad what Ray Allen did for Boston, but I mean, at some point you have to forgive him. But he probably will never be forgiven by these guys. I mean, quote me right when I'm wrong, and like I don't know when. Maybe they will apologize to each other, or no, Ray Allen will apologize to KG, whatever. You know what I mean. But the time is ticking. That's all I'm saying. The time is ticking. And of course, when Dennis Rodman just casually talked to LeBron James, which I'm like, is I talked about him like trashing LeBron like the entire time, he wouldn't last in the league and stuff. I don't know if he wanted to be just nice, but for me, I don't really think even LeBron cares about it. But I don't know, maybe, I mean, he didn't really say anything hurtful personally, but still was kind of disrespectful to LeBron, because LeBron would have lasted in line is perfectly fine, in my opinion. And I don't know if Dennis Rodman was so, if he only to want to get attention, or probably just wanted to get attention, because I don't know, he hasn't really had that much attention for the last 5. I mean, he always appears somewhere. I think he never will disappear. Like, I mean, what I mean with just like, he won't just how do I put this? He won't just he will always be like around. You know what I mean? Like, he won't completely fade out of relevancy. He will always be sort of relevant, because he's one of the greatest basketball players of all time. 75, that is. But I mean, it's Dennis Rodman. He has a really, 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 really huge personality, and I don't know. There are a lot of people don't really like him because he had this crazy lifestyle and stuff, but that will be the thing that will probably never make him irrelevant, because people will remember what he did, and they were like, oh my god, blah, he was so bad and not good for the team, and he always disrupted. But that's not really true. But whatever, he had a weird lifestyle, whatever. But at that point, I think like any publicity is good publicity. You know, anything that will get you remembered by people is good for your brand and for your personality, probably too. But I like Dennis Rodman, although he said some really, really weird shit. I don't really know if I would like him as a person, because I don't really know him, but as a basketball player, I love Dennis Rodman as a basketball player. So, if you like this podcast, leave a like, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the channel, of course. And I'll see you all next time. Peace!